given the larger number of stakeholders, we certainly think that, it's worth taking a fresh eye to how, companies are describing executive compensation, making sure that it is in one place that's easily accessible, easily understandable, because you no longer have, you may not have a sophisticated reviewer looking for the data. So we just need to make it as easy, as concise, as understandable as possible. And it's helpful if there are themes that are important to your largest institutional investors to call out those themes in the summary. So to explain, exactly how pay and performance, to explain exactly how severance is calculated or determined. Those are key themes that, you can play to your audience.
Great. So a wrap-up question for folks. So turning to shareholder engagement, which perfect segue to this final question. So you've got these cross currents, more cooks in the kitchen, ESG fatigue among your major institutional investor base, rising number of proposals that are coming through. So Francesca, in this environment, what's your advice for companies on how to tackle shareholder engagement this off season, and how might that be different from the past? And then I'll turn to you, Christina, for that as well.
Sure. I think the key is really to focus on core business strategy and to be listening to those institutional investors and smaller investors to see where they may have concerns about that strategy or where they'd like to see more from the company on that strategy. And because I don't think you can assume that their positions will necessarily be the same as they have in prior years. And so really listening to that feedback and taking it into account and going back to management, the board with that feedback so that you can adapt that strategy. But I think the key is not to try to cater to any one group, but to focus on the company's strategy and then take that feedback to heart.